Hey, everybody. Okay, I am not in my home office, as you can see. So my setup is a little different. So I'm going to be going back and forth with my neck, looking at Instagram and Facebook and all of you in Periscope land and IG and everywhere else, YouTube. Hello. Welcome, y'all. Let me jump right into this conversation. Hi, everybody. It's me, Tanisha. Oh, and welcome to Tea with Tanisha. Oh, I am Tanisha KK. I'm the creator of the Forgiveness Lifestyle Movement. I absolutely love what I get to do. I help people find their emotional roadblocks, get unstuck. Listen, you think that it's procrastination and you're just lazy and you've just given up and you the reason why you haven't done it is because you don't believe in yourself or you don't have enough money. The real reason is it's unforgiveness. Unforgiveness is the root cause of pretty much everything that is causing you not to have what you want. You haven't forgiven yourself for not getting it right the last time. You haven't forgiven the people around you who aren't supporting you. It's all about unforgiveness. And so that's where I step in. I'm a forgiveness coach, and I absolutely love assisting people with navigating through their roadblocks, their emotional blocks, to get unstuck and unleash their greatness in their lives and their families, and definitely in their businesses as well. So if you need me, reach me at forgivenesslifestyle.com or DM me. But listen, today I want to talk about forgiveness being a decision. And it's a decision that only you can make. And this is super important for you to realize because, when we're kids, we're taught, say, I'm sorry. When you do something to hurt somebody's feelings, your parents say, I'm sorry. And when you say, I'm sorry, that I'm sorry is supposed to cover whatever the pain is, whatever happened. It doesn't matter. The I'm sorry pretty much washes it away, right? And you're supposed to move on, let go, and forget about it. However, that works okay when you're a young kid. Maybe you're playing on the playground and somebody takes a ball from you or something civil. But when you become older and those offenses become a bit stronger, that pain hurts a little bit deeper. And those things kick in very, very differently. It's a different type of scenario. And so when that happens, you have to then figure out, all right, how am I going to work through this? And here's the deal, it doesn't matter how much you cry, it doesn't matter how much you apologize, it doesn't matter any of those things until a person is 100% committed and ready to forgive you. It's not going to work. They have to make that full commitment and that decision that they're ready to forgive you and they're ready to move forward and they're ready to grow. That's the harsh reality about forgiveness. Forgiveness is just very misunderstood. It's like, I said sorry. Sure, you did. But your sorry didn't take away the pain. And for some people, sorry isn't enough to them. Some people want you to be able to say, I'm sorry, and they want the pain to go away. But here's the deal, the reality is some of the reasons, what the offenses or the trigger points or what caused you to be wherever you are, where the problem started, that problem runs deeper than you realize. And many times that problem runs deeper than they even realize that pain is. And I know for some of y'all, I'm going a little bit too deep for you, but I want to help some people because there are some people who are stuck. You're trying to figure out why it's not working out, why they haven't gotten over it. And you might be the person struggling with trying to figure out, why can't I just get over this? Right? Why can't I just let go? Well, there's a reason why. And it is important for you to give yourself the grace that you need to grow through it. And so that's where it is important for you to realize that forgiveness is a decision for you and only you can make it. It doesn't matter what happens. And it doesn't matter if every family member calls you to say, girl, he said, I'm sorry. Or man, she feels bad about it. They may feel bad about it, but you are having a tough time shifting and working through that. Validate your pain by giving yourself the grace to at least understand why you're hurting. Really tap into that. You're hurting and you're in pain, and whatever it is deserves a look into. It doesn't deserve a get over it, move on. When you're hurt, you're hurt. And other people may not understand your pain because it's not theirs. Their bag is not packed like your bag, meaning your baggage of life. They're not packed the same. And so you're upset and you're hurt about things that they may not be able to understand. And you do not need to explain to anyone why your pain is set up. You don't have to explain to anyone why you cannot move forward as quickly as they believe that you should. Forgiveness is your process, but you're not going to be able to forgive and move forward until you actually acknowledge, I'm hurting. I'm really hurting. And then when you acknowledge that you're hurting, take a moment. Hey, Queen, take a moment to process why you're hurting, like what's really triggered inside of you. And once you do that and validate your own pain, because here's the deal, most times the reason why our feelings get really hurt is because the person that hurt us, we're waiting for them to say, I'm sorry. And we expect that apology to come with some revolution that they can just change our emotions and our pain. But our trigger that's inside of us is deeper than what they brought. They just reminded us of the pain that we were already feeling. What do I mean by that? If you look at a young child who's never been burned by fire, that child will run up to that stove and get ready to touch it. And you're like, oh, it's hot, it's hot. But they don't understand that heat until they touch it themselves. However, you have experienced, you may have been burned. You may know how hot a stove is because you've cooked. You know that heat. And so when you get close to it or even think about the heat or the fire that comes from a stove, you're like, oh, let me back up, or let me get something to protect myself from burning myself, right? Your trigger in your mind knows that heat. It knows what's going to happen. Well, when pain comes, when offenses come, when somebody just did something to you right now, the hurt that you're feeling is not even based on what they did, because if it was the first time you ever had that happen, you don't know what that experience of pain is yet. You never experienced it, so you don't know what that is. But because you've experienced that before, that is triggering pain from the past. And so when you find yourself stuck, whether it's a breakup, whether it's something that your family did, whether it's something that your spouse did, whether it's something that the kids did, it's triggering something in you that was already there. And therefore, that's what you want to dig into. Why am I triggered? You know that you're hurt from this current thing, but you are causing the person who currently offended you, who currently hurt you, to pay the price for all of the pain that came before. And that's where the problem comes in. So listen, whatever it is you're hurting, why you're hurting, listen to your body. Your body is created to tell you where the pain points are. And those pain points are worth digging into for sure. I absolutely love you all. And I just want you to know that forgiveness is your decision. It doesn't matter how many I'm sorry's comes. It doesn't matter how many tears are shed by somebody else. It doesn't matter what you do if you're trying to get someone else to forgive you. It doesn't matter what you do. There's nothing you can do to get somebody else to forgive you. There's nothing you can do. You can't buy them a car. You can't, I'm sorry, every day. If you're married, there's not enough sex in the world that is going to allow you to heal that thing. There's not that much sex. Like, you understand? Like, there's nothing that you can do to make somebody else forgive you. So what do? You forgive yourself. You work through how you got to that place yourself. If it was a misunderstanding with words, then you work through that on your own. You work through making sure that you've forgiven yourself so that you don't begin to shrink or minimize your existence or fall back because you're afraid of saying anything because they're going to be hurt. No, you work that through that on yourself, on your own first, and then the other person has their permission to work through it as well. Whether they forgive you or not, you can't control that, but make sure you forgive you. And if you are in a place where you are the person who's hurt by something somebody has done, dig deeper into that pain. I absolutely love you all so much. I love you. I love you. I love you. And I wish you the absolute best. Remember that forgiveness is a decision that only you can make. No one can bribe you into it. No one can force you into it. It's your decision and yours alone, whether you're forgiving yourself or forgiving someone else or someone is forgiving you. I love you all. Be sweet to yourself. Be gentle with yourselves. And I'm going to see y'all super soon. If you need me, you know you can reach me at forgivenesslifestyle.com. I'm going to see y'all soon. Ciao.